Hello again, people. Apologies for the mess on this chart. If you're new to what I do, if not, you'll understand exactly why I've got all these levels on my chart. I'll start off in the morning with clean charts, just indicators on there, and then I proceed to add highs and lows of candles, starting on the monthly, of the candles which I think may affect price throughout the course of today. So I believe that the extremes of candles represent excellent targets and potential entries to trades, and this is as a result of 15 years chart analysis of just about every method you can think of, and for me this is the most mechanical and unambiguous way to trade. And this is my third trade, and I've actually taken 4 trades this morning, and it's only 26 minutes past 9. All of them based on pure support and resistance as targets. As you'll see, I recommend, if you like what I do or it intrigues you, then go and look at some of the other videos. You can request that I make a video to clarify things purely about trading, please guys, nothing about personal stuff or financial stuff, excuse me. Just purely about this method and anything that concerns you or confuses you. So, but if you know, don't ask inane questions, please. Make sure you watch some of the videos first, or a good bunch of the videos first. So let's put the trade on the chart, and I'll explain why I took it. Now, originally in the morning my bias was short. If you watch the previous video, you will, or one of the previous videos, the cable video, GU, I think I've labelled it as something. I was looking to go short very early in the morning, but I didn't want to go short before it had tested this hourly EMA. But then I, because of the way I do the analysis, the bias changed from from short to long, and I took the trade there long, as you know, as you can see. Then all the other analysis kicks in. At this point I know we've hit a level, and that was the target, the H4 high. Watch the previous video for that. So now we'll talk about why I took this trade short. Well, we can clearly see now we've got a high, a low, a low, a high, a low, a low, and we can also clearly see that we had divergence on the histo alert through here, and it failed to make a higher high here. Sorry, that's not a very good line, but it's clearly lower there than there, and there in fact. So, and this is something I always watch out for. Now, I didn't want to go long here because there was no divergence, and really and truthfully there's no reason to go long. I'm not a bottom picker, for want of a better description. Excuse me. I could see the price was attacking this that's the daily pivot there, or the daily pivot, that's all there is to it. All the other analysis was correct. You'll know, if you've watched some of my recent videos, how much I like this RSI histo, and that had clearly broken, that red there prior to my entering had clearly broken the low of there and was testing the 20. So if I go on to the, let's just have a look at the 15-minute chart as well, see if that tells us, because I use every tool in my toolbox. That the 15-minute during my entry was busting through the 20 level. My old die-hard Indy was telling me short all the way, please. The hourly was in alignment, turning red. The 30-minute which I'm noticing is pretty powerful where this histogram is concerned, was turning red. So we've done the 15, I think. So all the higher time frames, it's very important to check all your time frames, guys. There might have even been divergence going on as well at the top there, I can't remember now. There clearly was up here, way up here, yesterday, or whenever that was. Yeah, it was Friday night. Clearly the power to the upside was falling off. Don't think I mentioned that in my previous videos, but that was part of the reason. And here to here, higher high with a lower high. I don't think I mentioned that in my previous video. Sometimes I forget to mention divergence because I used to not really put a lot of sway into divergence. So yeah, back to the 1 minute chart. Oh, notice how for people that may be frustrated haven't got my indicator that I use here, notice how we had no well, I suppose you could call that divergence. You want a lower high, so actually it might have been better. It dropped right off the scale, didn't it? Made a higher high but made an absolute killer low. I've not really noticed that before. Something to observe and back testing. So the entry, this was just a classic pure price action method entry. I could draw a descending trend line on here, there. I can only draw it from that level and that level, because if I couldn't attach that level there until this low had been broken, and that was after the event anyway. I could have started to, and if you tighten up that trend line, look what happens exactly. You know, join that to that, and then you can see it respects that new trend line there. It's just crazy, this price action, and this is through thousands and thousands of hours of chart analysis. So remember, I've drawn all my lines on hours ago, and so when I took this trade here, what do I say many times is that in order for it to, we go through the 15-minute low, we've broken that, we've closed, we're down. The next level would be the 30-minute low, we close below that, then we're down. The next level would be the hourly low, and look at that target there. That's what I targeted. Always take my trades a little bit short of the target, as you know, because I don't want to get caught in stupid drawdown with the games the big institutions play. Then we've got, this is interesting, H4 high from the 16th of the 3rd. That was a level, old level of resistance that would be potentially used in the future, left hand side to right hand side, remember guys, as support, and you can see it hit it, bounced, hit it, bounced, hit it, bounced, and finally gave way. We've got the 1 minute low, high, higher, low, higher, high, and then the reversal and close, and that was when I hit this trade. But I also was keeping one eye on the histo that is almost like a religion now, and when that hit that 20 line there right on my entry candle, that was a good signal to go as well. So and at that stage, I think the 5 minute, I might not have mentioned this, the 5 minute had done the new entry thing that I talk about, where we get the low, then we get the pullback, and then we get the break of the original low. So you have to wait for red, green, red, plus the touch on the 20 on that candle there. In fact, it was clearly busting through there on my new one, on the following candle as well. So the momentum to the downside was massive. and then we even had a little pullback, and I entered after the pullback on the new bar turning red. So you know the rules. You'll see this is my entry through hundreds of videos now, probably, if you go back over my stuff. So what can I say? It works, guys. It's mechanical. It's as mechanical as you can get. It looks complicated. It's worth learning, in my opinion, because 4 trades, 4 winners so far before probably 9:15 in the morning, and you know, that's what I do. And I want you can, you know, you can add this stuff to your existing trading method if you want to. And these, remember, these are just these arrows here. I don't really use them, but they're, you know, I can't help not having them on my chart now. They're on this template and I'm not going to change it. So, or for the near future anyway. So every time the price breaks below the hourly 8 EMA, I get one of these comes up. So you can use it as an alert to give you a heads up as to whether you want to trade if you're having a coffee or making a cup of tea or something. So that's it, guys. This is still, in my opinion, bearish, and we shall see what happens. But notice how it's used that hourly 8 EMA again as a potential. So there may be a trading method that we can build on that as well. And you know, if I'd have been hungry for another trade rather than make a video for your benefit, then I could have potentially taken a trade of the break of the pivot again. There probably was a easily valid trade, because all the higher time frames, all we want really is that 15-minute to turn green. It did on both of these. Do the low high higher low, or high low lower high higher high and close thingamajob, which it looked like it did in there. I'm not going to talk about that now. This video is getting too long, so I will stop this video here and start a new one for trade 4 of the day.